We've all seen it, right? You've got these nervous entrepreneurs just pouring their hearts out. Then you have the sharks battling it out for a piece of the pie. And bam, deals worth crores get signed right there on national TV. It's awesome TV. But it also brings up a pretty big question.
I mean, think about it. If Shark Tank is constantly handing out massive checks to startups, how on earth is the show itself making any money? Well, that's the big mystery we're going to solve today. So let's dive in and really break down the business behind the tank.
All right, first up, and probably the biggest piece of the puzzle, is the one you see every few minutes while you're watching, the good old TV advertising machine.
Now, to really get why Shark Tank is an advertising goldmine, you have to ask who's actually watching. It's not just random channel surfers. The show attracts a very specific and very valuable audience. We're talking about entrepreneurs, investors, young professionals, the dreamers and the doers. For any brand, getting in front of that crowd is a huge win.
So it all comes down to a really simple but super powerful formula. The more popular and credible the show gets, the more viewers it pulls in, and the more eyeballs watching, the more money advertisers are willing to shell out to be a part of it. Simple as that. And we are talking about some serious money here. Brands will pay anywhere from 10 to 15 lakhs for just one 10-second ad slot. And you better believe, for a primetime spot during the season finale, that price goes way, way up. This income stream alone is pulling in crores for the network every single season.
But those traditional ad breaks, they're really just the beginning. The show has a much smarter and way more integrated method for making money: sponsorships.
And you've definitely seen this, even if you didn't really think about it. You see the Powered By logos in the title, right? Or those special sponsored segments. Even the little startup kits they give to the contestants. None of that is by accident. These are all paid placements woven right into the DNA of the show.
And this, quote, really hits the nail on the head. Brands are paying huge sponsorship fees not just to be seen, but for the credibility that comes with it. When a company associates itself with Shark Tank, it's basically saying, hey, we're all about innovation, we're all about entrepreneurship, we're all about success. That's powerful.
Okay, so the show's money-making power doesn't just stop when the credits roll. Oh no, a whole new universe of revenue opens up as soon as that content hits the internet.
Just look at how this works. The full episodes land on SonyLIV, making money from platform deals and more ads. Then, the best clips, the crazy pitches, the big fights, they go viral on YouTube, racking up millions of views and generating ad revenue for years. And all the while, social media is buzzing, keeping the show relevant and the brand strong. So, the really brilliant part here is that the show's content becomes this incredible asset that just keeps earning money long after a season is over. I mean, a wild pitch from 3 years ago can still be making money today from YouTube views. It's a fantastic long-term strategy.
Now, let's talk about the part of the business model that flies completely under the radar for almost everyone watching. This one is a biggie.
So, here's the big secret. Shark Tank India is not an original Indian show. Nope. For all its success here, the whole concept, the format, the branding, it's all part of a massive global franchise that actually started in Japan. That's right, the format began in Japan, got super popular in the US as Shark Tank, and now it's a global phenomenon. So what does that mean for us? It means Sony actually pays a licensing fee to the international company that owns the rights. They're paying for the name, the rules, the whole setup. Essentially, they're buying a proven blueprint for a hit show.
Okay, so we've got all the different pieces on the table now. Let's put them all together and take a look at the complete, self-fueling business model that makes Shark Tank such a powerhouse.
It really works like a flywheel, just building momentum. The show builds up the personal brands of the sharks and gives huge exposure to the startups. This makes the show more credible, so more people trust it and tune in. As viewership grows, its value to advertisers and sponsors skyrockets, which means more revenue, which helps attract even bigger names and better deals. It's a perfect self-sustaining loop. And that brings us all the way back to that big question from the beginning. How does a show that gives away crores make money? Well, here it is, the most critical piece of the puzzle. The investment money doesn't come from the show's budget at all, not 1 rupee. It comes directly from the sharks' own pockets. The show is just the stage. The investors are the ones funding the deals.
So let's just do a final recap. Shark Tank's revenue is this powerful cocktail of high-priced TV ads, savvy brand sponsorships, endless digital revenue from places like YouTube, the value of licensing a global format, and of course, the massive brand equity it builds season after season. Which kind of leaves you with one last thought, doesn't it? When you look at all of these interlocking parts, the smart revenue streams, the powerful branding, this incredible growth loop, you really have to ask yourself, is Shark Tank just a TV show, or is it one of the most perfectly designed businesses on television today?